said that he had left out oil because he took it for granted that people would know that. And he also left out czars in the next paragraph because he thought they would be aware of that too.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for bringing that out. Who else? Who else has a question for one of your representatives? Shirley, come on down. What is your question? Or your comment?
Well, on this sheet here,
Mm-hmm.
we're asking our representatives to follow. It says that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And I'm very concerned with the President's viewpoint on end-of-life care. I have a father who served in World War II. He was injured. Then he was called back into the Korean conflict. Now he's in a nursing home and he's being fed through a tube because of a massive stroke. We should support this man and honor his wishes to live as long as he chooses because of the service he gave to his country. Instead of having someone like Ezekiel Emanuel decide that some illegal alien who's a gangbanger deserves all of the money that would go to fund my father.
Thank you. Thank you. We've talked about freedom. Now we're talking about the end of life fair that's coming out, and certain people have called it the death. Is it the death panel? Yeah. And they did want to clarify that that is end of the life. That is what we mean there. Anyway, who else? Who else has a question for one of our representatives? Come on down, sir. What is your question? Who are you?
I'm Charles Cattell, and I'm living in Springdale.
Oh, sure. In Haywood County.
Right.
Okay, nice to have you.
Thank you. Okay, the main thing I'd like to ask Mr. Shuler and Ms. Hagan is, why is there no tort reform in any healthcare bill that's been proposed so far? It's a known fact, and it's been estimated by many medical societies that over $100 billion is wasted in defending themselves. I've been in the medical industry, I've retired from it now, and I can guarantee you that's true. And Mr. Obama talked about unnecessary tests. Well, I tell you, the main source of unnecessary tests is doctors trying to protect themselves against this tort reform. And if they want to save $100 billion, and if they're sincere, they would do that. And obviously they're not, because that's a special interest. One other thing, major fraud in Medicare. Folks say they're happy with Medicare. I think Medicare is very good, but again, being on the equipment side of Medicare, I can tell you there's a lot of equipment that is put out there that needs to be handled differently. We read about the Medicare fraud, but believe me, we haven't scratched the surface for stopping the fraud that's there now. So again, a major expenditures are being made that are not necessary that would go a long way to solving the problem. The problem is insurance not available to folks. Well, really, when you're over 50, nobody wants to say anything. But if just those two areas of fraud and tort reform were corrected, a tax incentive could be given to folks, and interstate commerce made available to the insurance companies so that we would have a good economical insurance plan, as well as health savings accounts, which are again banned from the Obama plan, as is Medicare Advantage, which a lot of you probably take advantage of because it's cheaper and it does the job. But they're privately run, and he doesn't want to touch a thing that's privately run. All he wants is socialism. And we didn't fight these wars that we fought to be a socialist country.
Praise the Lord. I didn't get your name.
Oh,
Yeah.
Leslie Wright.
Rifer, Leslie, and are you from Jackson County, Leslie? All right. Very good. I think Medicare is probably proof positive that the government can't handle anything efficiently. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I tell you. What president did we get Medicare with? Johnson, L.B. Johnson. Who did we get Social Security from? FDR. Both of them were Democrats. Just remember that. That tells you what we got to do this coming election. We got to get rid of those people that think that the government is going to educate us, they're going to feed us, they're going to take care of our cuts and scratches, then they're going to help us to bury us, and so on and so forth. And it's all going to be done by that wonderful government that can't even dispense pills. I'm in the recycling business, folks. I do a lot of estate work, and it's absolutely, you talk about things that are fraud in Medicare. I clean out houses when people have died. In the last 2 months, I have handled 4 estate sales. I've handled 5. 4 of them were deceased. I have never seen so many prescription drugs coming out of 3 houses in all my life. We took them out by the hamperful. Could have never all been taken, and if they were, they would have been dead after taking them all, because the poor old body can't take care of that. It's a wonderful, two very important items, and we really need to zero in with our elected representatives. We had a hand over here. Come on down, sir. What is your name? You look familiar. Have I seen you before? Oh, once.
2 weeks ago.
Who are you?
I'm Roy Underwood.
Oh, yes, I've got your name over here on my list.
I want to know when these people are going to get the backbone to come before their constituents and stand up and let us be heard. And I want to say to us, when are we going to get off our duffs and elect somebody who will? I think it's about time.
We need qualified candidates. Come on down, sir. And this man did come to the headquarters, and we do have your name down there. We're hoping that